Hey everyone, Mike McClary here with Amazing Selling Machine and Amazing.com. I also have Rich Henderson, my partner in crime here, and a very special guest, Dana below. You may have read the little update that we're going to be talking about Dana's business and how she just started off and how great her holiday sales were. But first off, I want to welcome you all to the call and just remind you all that if you don't mind, please like and share this video.
Yeah, guys, if you could help us out here, all you need to do is if you can like this post, this video, if you can like it, and if you can find the time to share it with your friends and stuff. So we want to get the message out here about what we're doing, and especially about Dana's incredible success. So if you could do that, that'd be truly awesome.
All right, thanks, buddy. Sorry about this. I am coming off a case of bronchitis, so if I start losing my voice a little bit, I apologize for that. If I take some drinks of my vitamin water, that's why. First off, if you want to watch more videos like this, we have lots of free training right here on the Facebook page for Amazing.com. We also have all kinds of training on the AmazingSellingMachine.com as well. So if you want to see more things, if you haven't watched all the videos, be sure to go to the Amazing.com Facebook page and watch all the other sessions we've had over the past couple of weeks. We've given out tons of free training. If you really want to see some good structured training, go to AmazingSellingMachine.com, and you'll also see 4 different videos that we put together, which is completely free training, talking about starting your own business on Amazon. The first video tells you how to find the absolute best product to sell, and we actually give you a list of 100 hot product opportunities. So definitely check that one out. When you're done with that, we have another training video that actually tells you how to find suppliers for those products, because when I was starting out, it seemed really awesome to find this methodology or this method for finding the right type of product to sell, but I didn't know how to find people to make those products. Well, in the second training video on AmazingSellingMachine.com, we actually show you exactly how to do that. Then in the third video, we're going to show you how to take the product that you found, made by the supplier that you found, and then how to launch it on Amazon to get almost immediate rankings and sales using our rapid ranking system. And we also have a 4th training video on there that gives you an opportunity to really scale this business much more quickly than you ever could all on your own. So if you get a chance, not right now, because I want you to watch this call and listen to Dana and her amazing story, but after this, go check out that training on AmazingSellingMachine.com if you haven't already, and please watch it because we really want to share as much as we possibly can. Now, without any further ado, I want to introduce someone that I've gotten to know really well over this past year. Dana is an amazing person, very giving, always willing to share her story, give tips and advice to new sellers. And she's just an awesome, awesome person. And she's one of our most popular interviewees, as a matter of fact. So we had to bring her back again. So Dana, welcome to the call. If you don't mind unmuting and saying hello to everyone.
Hi guys. Hi Mike, how are you? And thank you for having me as always.
Oh, thanks for being on, Dana. We've had Dana on probably a couple times before, and just the way that she tells her story and explains it so simply about how she got started on here and giving really great advice to other people looking to start a business. We've just had to bring her back a couple other times because everyone always loves the way that she really helps people out, and she has such an awesome story. So thanks so much, Dana. I want to first ask you, when did you actually get started selling on Amazon?
So started selling on July of last year. I signed up. I'm ASM 7. You know that, but not everyone else does. I signed up in April, and we started the course in May, and we were live by mid-July, selling to family and friends and getting the first reviews. And our launch was actually going on when we were in Vegas, so that was cool because we were learning there, and I was already putting into practice what we were learning. So, yeah.
So it was July that your first product actually started selling. And I remember that. So for those who aren't aware, we also have live events throughout the year. And so I got the chance to meet Dana live in Vegas. It was awesome having her come up. She had just started selling her product. She was so excited about it. And then it was even cooler because it wasn't longer than a few weeks to a month later that not only did she start selling her product, but things really started taking off. So Dana, if you went live in July, when do you think then you really started seeing some consistent sales each day? How much longer down the road was that?
So after the launch, we ranked pretty quickly, and we started selling a couple a day, and then so like 2, 3, 4, 5 a day, and then it came to a point where we started selling 15, 20, and even 30, and then it exploded over the holidays. It became a very competitive, a very competitive category. But still, I mean, we're okay, and we're doing more products, and I mean, the way we're going is great.
Right. So it was July you started selling, then down the road, 3 a day, 5 a day, then over the holidays, 15, 20 a day, even more than that. And then
Even
I remember, and you showed me your sales for the holidays, and you did, was it $130,000 in sales over the holidays this year?
yes, October, November, December, yeah.
That is crazy. So when you started selling, did you expect it to take off that quickly?
No, not at all. We had no idea. We even like we started to run out of merchandise. We tried to call our supplier. Our supplier was like very helpful, and in the end, we were able to restock pretty quickly. We had already placed an order, and we had it like in its way, but we were gonna ship by sea and this and that. And in the end, we ended sending everything by air, even though it's like 10 times more expensive. But we were selling, so it was worthwhile. And then, I mean, it was pretty cool.
Yeah, that sounds
Nothing that we expected.
By the way, if you're just joining us right now, I'm Mike McCleary. Rich Henderson is on in the background. He's actually going to be answering questions and making sure if you guys have any questions at all, he's going to respond to them or tee them up later on. We will be opening up for Q&A with Dana later on. So if you have questions for Dana, just put her name at the beginning of it and say for Dana, and then post your question under this video, and we'll ask as many as possible. Now, one thing you may notice is that Dana, well, let's see, what market are you selling in? Are you selling in United States?
US, yes.
And where do you live?
In Panama.
All right, so
Central
you are selling in the
America.
United States. That's
Sunny Central America.
so, you know, a lot of people always ask, do you have to live in the United States in order to sell? And you're a living proof that you don't have to do that, right?
No, not at all. You can sell from anywhere. Like, my sister lives in Chile, and I do the business with my sister together. And I don't know, we've seen each other like once or twice since we started doing the business. Everything we do online, we divide the all our like tasks and stuff. So she does one thing, I do the other one. We are on the phone all the time, so it's been like even like a bonding experience. But it's great. I mean, and then you don't even have to be there, no? Just make sure that the merchandise is there on time and that you're selling, no? Checking your keywords, your ads, making sure that everything that they teach you on ASM you put into practice, and it's very easy to do it.
Yeah, that is awesome. So, and you're sourcing your products from overseas as well, right?
Yeah, China.
Have you
Everyone
been to
else.
China yet?
What? No. What for?
We had a call earlier today with Brandon Slater, and everyone can watch that video actually right here on this page as well. But he was another perfect example. Someone who sourced products from China, didn't go over there. He decided to go over to China. But I just want to make clear that you don't have to go travel all over the world to find these products. You actually are the one who can do everything online, and I've never been over there as well. So it's totally easy to do. Now, for your supplier, how did you end up finding your supplier?
So basically, I mean, for me, and this may sound like a sales thing, but it's not. Basically, it's just follow the steps that you guys teach us. So everything is made in a way that it's so simple and so 1, 2, 2, 3, do this, do this, do this. Just go ahead and do that. And I mean, if you follow the instructions, you'll get your product, you get a great supplier, you'll get your samples, I mean, it's no brainer. You just need to know how to do it. And I mean, people all the time, people ask me like, would you have been able to do it without ASM? And yeah, probably I would have been able. It would take me like 5 years, and I don't know how much money in like a learning curve. So to me, it was really very worthwhile. And there's no other way that we could have done it like 2 months from starting.
No, that's a great point. So One of the things that we'll be talking about later on in this call is that not only do we provide all the free training that you can get right on AmazingSellingMachine.com for free training, we actually have a course called Amazing Selling Machine. And Dana is one of the members. We actually stopped doing this training a couple of years ago. We took off about a year and a half. It was 18 months to focus on other things. Then we came back last spring, and Dana was one of the very first people to sign up for it. And like she said, it's really changed her life completely. At least it sounds that way to me for you and your sister.
And it's really funny because, I mean, I was actually one of the first people to sign up and to log into the Facebook group and everything. And then when I went to Vegas, like you were saying, that we got to meet each other, it was really funny because I would see your courses all the time. So to me, I knew you, but then I go up to you, I'm like, hi, I'm Dana. And it's weird because you don't see us. So, but in the end, I mean, it's a great experience. You feel like you're taking the class live. You have the community to back you up. And every time you have a question, there's, I don't know, thousands of people there now to help you, like, try and find a solution, give you, not even that, also, yeah, when people are getting down, like they're not feeling happy and everyone goes like, no, don't give up, keep going, keep going. So, I mean, it's very cool to be able to be a part of that community and to be able to help each other out, no?
Yeah, no, it really is. So when we talk about, and I'll go through everything that the course provides later on, but in addition to the training, what Dan is talking about, the community that we have is unlike anything else. After being gone and not really, training people for so long, having Dana and all the other people that came in that time and taking the course, it was actually inspiring for us. I know Rich and I were making comments all the time. Matt and Jason were making comments all the time. That group was just like really, really special, and they did help each other out. Now, one thing that we always want to be honest about is that we'll give you every tool that you need. We'll give you the support that you need, the training, be there to answer questions. But with any business, you will run into hurdles and roadblocks. Now, this is not something where you can just push a button. You know what? This is not just an easy button where you push a button and you start your own business. You get started that way, but you will come across some hurdles along the way. And the way that you get past those is either barrel through them or you have people to help you get through them, which is what we're here for. And what we were there for Dana, and now Dana's there for other people. She's in the community.
We got tons of hurdles
all the time.
We got tons of hurdles. You remember when first we ran out of inventory,
Yep.
Then we got like a new variation, and then when the boxes got into Amazon, they mixed up the labels, and all the customers started getting like wrong color products, and it was like, what do you do? What do you do? And then in the end, I mean, you just keep going, don't give up, and if you follow instructions, try to get people to help you out, you're gonna make it. And it's really, I mean, people think it's not a lot of work. It is a lot of work. I mean, you have to be, for instance, like keyword wise, that is like one of the most important tricks. So you need to be able to read and learn and keep educating yourself on how to find like your most profitable keywords, how to bid on them, how to structure your campaigns. And it's a work in progress. But once you start doing that, you start selling and it doesn't stop, no?
No, that is so true. And think about this, Dana, as much as you know now, as much as any of us know right now, there's a world more to know about how to sell online. And just imagine once you continue to grow your business month over month, year over year. As a matter of fact, I had down in my notes, I want to ask you, where do you see you taking this business? Like, are you okay just with having one product, or do you plan on expanding your brand? Oh, I know the look already. You tell me.
I think you should know me by now. I don't know. I want to have 100 products. I want to make 100 million a year. I don't know how long it's going to take me, but we're on our way, no? The idea is to grow it, to make enough for, I mean, I work in a bank and I love my job. It's very cool. It's very awesome. But there's nothing like being able to manage your own time and do stuff that is for yourself. It's not the same thing working for you and your family than working for others, no? And right now I still have my full-time job. I'm not planning on leaving it yet, and not in the near future either, because we have one product, another that we're working on, and even if we have 3 or 4, it's not enough for me to spend like my whole day, and I can still do my other job. but eventually if we have like and I want to say a real business, but I think this already is a real business. So but like so a bigger business, then I would like to do this all the time.
You know,
And
that's a great point. So you have a full-time job, you love your job, but you were able to start this in your free time. So tell me, how did you do that? Did you like watch the videos in the evenings, on the weekends? How was that for you?
so so ASM is 8 modules, right? So each module has like between an hour and 2 hours of classes. So basically I would do it on Sundays. So I'd have my notebook and I would sit down on Sundays, do my homework. And then for the product finding part, we were on that for like 2 or 3 weeks that it took us to find a product. And then once we had that, we started rolling, and everything else is just like you can do it over the phone, you can do it in your computer. For the research, I think that's the hardest part, deciding what product to get and like narrowing your opportunities. So I would carry my computer all over the place, and for lunch at work I would take my computer to a restaurant with a Wi-Fi and sit there and start searching for product, and that's it. But once you have it running, you just need to be able to go into Seller Central if you need to fix or change something. My sister is the keyword master, so she's the one looking after the campaigns. Uh, I'm lucky to have her because we're like a very good team together. And I have the app in the cell phone, and that's what we do. We follow all day long. We're like, oh, so we're selling. Oh, then it comes to a time where they say, oh, we haven't sold for an hour. Is something wrong? Is something wrong? And now we started to get used to it, not look at it so often. And it's working out awesome. It doesn't take that much of your time. So if you have a full-time job, in the beginning to take the course, you do need to dedicate yourself and be like disciplined and take action. The way that the course is structured, they give you action. You guys give us action points at the end of each module. And you can't go into the next one. So it helps you keep focused, right? But if you follow the steps and do the action points and not just write it down and leave it there to sit, you can do it and make it work. And it's not that much time.
That is awesome. And so I think you mentioned this already. You start off with one product. Are you selling two products already? Is that right?
We have one product with a couple of variations, and we're working right now on researching our second product. We have a couple of options that we narrowed down, and we're still deciding which ones we're going to ask for samples.
Okay, that's great. And are you going to stay with the same brand and sell in the same category, same niche?
I think so, yes, because we can capitalize. I mean, we've used that method that you guys taught us about the offline events in Facebook. So we already have like very large audiences that we've created with our customers. So you can do lookalike audiences and market not only to the specific audience, but you can to the specific audience of your clients. And it's like absurd the amount of people that match with the Facebook. It's like 75% matches between your sales and Facebook. So you can contact them there, and if you sell kitchen spoons and then you want to sell kitchen spatulas, it's the same people that are gonna want to buy it. So why invent the wheel again? Maybe in the future, but right now we think we still have a lot to go in the same category.
No, that's some great advice. Every existing customer you have is a potential future customer if you sell a similar product. That's perfect advice. Again, Brandon Slater, who's like the master at growing brands and selling businesses, he will give you the exact same advice that you already know the answers to, Dan. So that's great to hear. Has your supplier came to you with any product opportunities that they think might be good ones to sell?
They have offered us a couple of things. Some of them sell very well. We just wanted to branch. We haven't decided if we want to keep into like the same line of product or branch in the same category, So that's one of the things that we're trying to figure out right now, and we're working on. But yes, they do. And the cool thing when you find a quality supplier is that you start to trust them. No, you do the inspection once, and then or twice, let's say, and then I mean, it's amazing to see when people, when you get the reviews, obviously, every time you quote, they give you like a normal quality product, an X quality product, and then top quality product, which is always more expensive. And like you guys said, if you're trying to set up a brand, you want to offer the best product possible. So we went with the top quality product, which was a little bit more expensive. And it's incredible because every time we get a review, it's a pleasure working with this company. The product is super great quality, blah, 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 blah. It works amazing. So it's awesome. You in the beginning, when you start getting your reviews from family and friends, you know that they're going to say nice things because they're your family and friends. But when you start getting those kinds of reviews from strangers, it's really exciting.
You must have a very different family than I have, by the way, because they're
Well,
more than
if your family
happy.
is that rich, then
Yeah.
probably you got a 1-star review, the first one. No, I'm kidding.
No,
I really
that's
love
honestly,
you.
you mentioned so many great tips there. We kind of talk about the foundation principles and of starting your own business on Amazon. One of them is start with a quality product. Like everyone tries to save money. We totally get it. Everyone has different budgets and constraints and goals. But the one thing you never want to give up on is having a quality product. And usually, and Dana, you can correct me if I'm wrong here, usually the price difference between like a really cheap product and a quality product that you pay sourcing it isn't that much. It may be $1 more or something like that,
Yeah.
but you can sell that for a lot more. Is that right?
And it's not only that you can sell it for much more. The reality is that probably they look the same, so you can sometimes sell it for the same price. But when people start getting the other product, what I've noticed, and it not only in my category but many categories, you have two products that look exactly the same. One has awesome reviews, and the other one is like it was broken even before I got it out of the box. So that's the difference that makes that $1 extra or $2 extra or whatever. I mean, if you're gonna sell a cheap product, which with a lower price range for sales price, then probably you're gonna get like a cheaper product from the source. But if you're talking about selling something like that is higher end and you want to sell it as top quality, you need to offer top quality. If not, your reviews are going to be horrible. And there's no point in that because then you won't be able to make a brand and a name for yourself.
That is great advice. And you mentioned something else as well. People, and rightly so, are always concerned. How do you find customers? Like, how do you advertise nowadays? And we cover that. We actually covered it in one of the training videos that we did. We talked about doing sponsored product ads inside of Amazon. Dana already mentioned that her sister kind of manages that for them. That's a great way to do it. But I know that Dana has become, and she probably won't admit this, she's become a master at Facebook advertising. She does some really unique things that we haven't done in the past. I'm not going to get into them here. You'll have to like join and message her later. But she does some really cool things. But I think the one thing we will say is that Facebook has changed the game when it comes to finding customers. Just being able to upload your current customers and create a list of, what is it? What's the minimum? 2 million people in a lookalike audience?
Yeah, no, and you can make a 1 million, like a 1% lookalike audience, and then two, and you can do like 3, and then the other ones are 2 million. But the interesting thing is that you can also make an audience of all the customers that you put in, and then you start learning some tricks and tips. Because for instance, and I'm gonna give you this one for free. Facebook lets you upload for the events. Like you should do it like every day or something, and every night, like if you want to make the audience, you can only do it for the past 90 days. So what we do is like we download our whole customer list and then create a new offline event and upload the whole customer list with like 5,000 people. So that way you're able to get like a much more specific audience because you're not talking just about the people that bought in the last 90 days, but everyone that's bought your product ever. So that
is a very sneaky trick. And I wonder if Mark Zuckerberg is listening right now with his Facebook.
Don't do anything, Mark. Don't change it.
Now, Dan, I want to just one more question. So we already talked about the future. You definitely want to grow this business when you want to, make it as big as possible. Are your plans to keep this business and operate it, or maybe sell it at some point in time, or do you just not know?
Well, for now, we want to keep it operated and make money out of it. I mean, if I have this awesome business and someone comes and offers me let's not say a couple, but like more than a couple $1,000,000, I mean, sell it and make another one. You know, you already know that you have the know-how, so why not? And, but I mean, it just depends. Everything has a price, no?
That is true. By the way, you're getting some great feedback. I just want to let you know that not noise feedback from people watching the video. You always get great feedback, though. We got a couple of questions for you.
Yeah.
Here's one right now. Do you use any specific project management tool or program in order to work with your sister so you kind of track tasks?
No, we do. We have an Excel that we share on Google, that thing, Google Drive, and we both have access to it. And what we do is that we share there the information. So like passwords and access to whatever, that's one thing. And then we have another one for the accounting. But we use WhatsApp. We're on the phone all day long.
Awesome.
Which has been amazing. But we know our strengths and weaknesses, each one. So I do more like the supplier shipments, this, that, all the logistic, and she does the keywords and the creative stuff, like changing the title and changing the bullets. I proofread it with her afterwards, but she's the one that does that part of the work.
Okay, fantastic. We got another question, if you don't mind answering. How much inventory did you buy with your first order?
We bought 500 units.
Okay.
I mean, I think that's something that you have to analyze depending on the amount of capital that you have and the price point of the product and what others are selling, right? So we thought 500 was a good start. It took us a little, like they lasted for like 2 months, let's say, but then it exploded. So we ran out what we thought was gonna last for like another month, lasted like 3 days. So, or 4 days. So we ended up having to tell the girl that we already had
Awesome.
prepared it for like a sea shipping, and we said like no, put it on a plane tomorrow, please. So she did it, and we were able to get back in stock like 10 days later or like 7 days later. So it wasn't that bad.
And even with the cost of the air, I know it's a lot more expensive. Were you still profitable with those products?
Yes, and that was because we followed your instructions. You guys said something under 3 pounds, light, small, etc., and that's what we did. And it was, I mean, even though it still was expensive to ship, it was not as expensive, and it still made the product profitable. We calculated the margin with the air shipment before we ordered the product.
Awesome. You're getting like lots of great messages here. You're actually getting some marriage proposals. I just want to let you know that we're getting mine here. So not exactly sure what your status is right now, but other people are interested. I want to say hi to David Kazakov. Let's see. Ramon Salinas. Hi, guys.
No,
Michael Ramos, Rob Krasner. Thanks so much for all the great questions. You're getting lots of love as well. I think, Dana, that we are pretty close to the end of the questions we're seeing. Just last thing, any advice that you would give to anyone other than marriage advice, business advice that you would give to anyone on this call thinking about starting a business on Amazon?
Just go for it and do it. I always tell this when we're on the calls. Don't give up. You're going to have hurdles in the way, and you think that the world's going to end. It doesn't end. Just keep going. Ask everyone. Try and get help when you're stuck with something. But and this is one thing that you always tell me, Mike, that we take action. And I think it's true. It's one of the most important things. You have to take action. And when I got I got a couple of people that signed up with us last ASM 8. And one of the things that I told them when they were trying to choose a product and they were starting to take too long, not too long, like 3 weeks, but like, oh, I'm not sure about this one and this one. I was like, pick the one that your gut says. Like, if you already did all the research, they are all supposed to be very good opportunities. Pick the one that your gut says and start ordering samples. If you don't, it's gonna sit there. You're going to leave it there and nothing's going to happen. So basically, go for it. You can't stop. You guys said that in the very first lesson, and I wrote it down in my notebook. Every day you're going to do something. So if you do that, if you keep going and you don't let anything like pull you back, you'll make it. And it's not that hard. And I think we're still getting in pretty early, because there's way more space for Amazon to grow. So even though there's a lot of people always ask me like, oh, but why are you sharing your secret and why are you telling everyone to join? And I tell them like, there's like, I don't know, $150 billion they sell in a month. I don't know. So you think I can't do that on my own? Why not help someone else? So, but you have to keep going. Don't stop and don't let anything keep you down.
That is awesome, awesome advice. Dana, thank you so much. I know it's an hour later than where you're at. You're always ready to make yourself available to us. We really appreciate that.
I love you guys.
Miss you at the next live event, but hopefully the next time we will definitely see you somewhere.
Not in Shabbat, no more Saturdays.
I know it wasn't me. But thank you so much. You are an inspiration to so many people. That's why one of the many reasons we love you so much. And I can't wait to see where you're going to be 6 months or a year from now. I'm really excited to see that. So thank you so much, Dana. I appreciate it. Thanks to the audience here. But before we get going, I want to remind everyone one more time, go ahead and take advantage of the free training that we've put out there for you. As you've already heard Dana and I kind of talk about, there is a course that you can sign up for called the Amazing Selling Machine. But even if you decide not to do that, go watch the free training we have out there. It is real, live, actionable training. We talk about finding the products, finding suppliers. We even talk about freight forwarders. You'll get the name and a recording of me having a call with my freight forwarder. It's the same freight forwarder that Rich uses, Matt uses, Jason uses. We'll talk about how to launch your products and get them up and selling on Amazon. And then we'll show you how to really automate this business. All that is completely free. Go get that and at least watch that if you do nothing else. But if you do want to join us in the community in the Amazing Selling Machine, by all means, we would love to see you join up with us. We have a very special offer that's only going on through tomorrow. It's legit. It's not something I'm just saying is going away tomorrow, and it isn't. It really is. I'll say that's the last thing, but when you join Amazing Selling Machine, you'll get access to 8 weeks of online training that you can do whenever you want. So it's not like you have to be awake at 9 in the morning or at 12 noon during the day. The training is always there. We open it up every week, a new module, and you can watch it anytime from that week on. If you need to go away and take a vacation for 2 or 3 weeks, or if you're like Rich Henderson, you want to travel for a month, you can always come back and you can do the training on your own schedule. But the online web classes are there for you to access throughout the 8 weeks. And again, we open each module 1 week at a time, but you'll always have access to those. Now, in addition to the online web classes, we have what's called the Mentor Program. We have real live sellers who've been doing this for years and years that are mentors. They're volunteers that are in the community answering questions each and every day. It is one of the most valuable parts of the entire course, but the mentors are on average. I mean, these are not just people who are there like support people answering questions. Support people are great. These are real life sellers who own their own businesses. On average, each of our mentors has sold at least $1 million in sales. So they're not someone that's just out there, selling Kindle or something doing some retail arbitrage on Amazon. They have their own private label businesses. They're extremely successful, and they're in the community, and you get access to them in the community. Now, speaking of the community, we have the best and most thriving and energetic online community you will find anywhere. So Dana is a member of it. I'm a member of it. We have thousands of people that are members of it. And if you join up, excuse me, dying here a little bit, you'll get access to the online community. That there's always someone online throughout the day. They're all over the world, and they will be able to help you with any questions you have as well. Now, one other thing you get a private resource vault, which shares all of our contacts, our photographers, our videographers, any type of management or finance tools we use, some accounting plugins, everything that we've built up, our freight forwarders, the contacts we've made over the years, we've included those for you so you get access to them. It's kind of like your own business Rolodex, and that comes along with Amazing Selling Machine. Now, if all that's not enough, we also have a 30-day money-back guarantee, so that if any time during the first 30 days you realize this isn't for you, simply contact support and you will get a full refund. We've never had anyone ask for a refund and not give it to them. As long as you reach out in the first 30 days, we will do that. We've had people do it. They realize this just isn't for them. Totally get this. This is not for every person out there. But if you're someone who wants to start their own business, be where you don't have to work, 60, 70 hours a week, and you want to really own your own business, your own brand, and do something on your own and give yourself freedom, this is the perfect course for that. You can try that for 30 days, no questions asked. Now, the one thing that we don't normally make available that is available through the end of January, so through tomorrow, we have something called the 6-month buyback promise. And what this means is we already know that we give you everything that we just talked about. The 8-week web classes, the mentor program, the online community, the private resource vault. We can give you a 30-day money-back refund. Well, if after the 30 days, let's say that you haven't ordered your product right yet, you haven't found your product yet, and so you really don't know if this is the right business for you. You're not quite sure. You realize 30 days is up. You need to either get your refund or not, or try to keep going on and know that the refund period's over. We have you covered. If you still go through the course and follow all the steps that we lay out for you, you do your product research, you find the right product, you find a supplier, you place your order, and then you actually launch it on Amazon, like the course tells you, just those simple steps, and it's all laid out in our promise. If you do all those, and after 6 months, you still realize this just isn't the business for you, we will buy back your inventory. So we'll buy back your business up to the amount of inventory that you've already spent, and we'll also refund you what you paid for the course. So really, there's absolutely zero risk. As long as you go through and take the course, follow the instructions, do what Dana says, take action, just like we lay out to you in very easy to follow steps, and you order your product and you launch it on Amazon, just like we lay out for you, then after 6 months, this isn't for you, we will buy back your business, the price of your inventory, plus reimburse you for the course. Now, the reason we do that, it's not that we think no one will ever take us up on this offer. We hope that they don't. We hope no one does, because we know how real this opportunity is. We know that Amazon has grown like gangbusters, and they're still growing, and they'll continue to grow for the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years. The reason we do this really is because if you do follow the course and you find a product and start selling, and if this still isn't for you, we'll gladly buy that product from you, because we know it's going to be a great product opportunity. We'll know you followed our instructions. We'll know you've gotten the product all the way to Amazon. So for us, it's like buying inventory from someone who's done all the work. That's why we make that available to you. It's a true win-win, and that's why it's a completely legitimate offer we make out there, the 6-month buyback promise. If you go to Amazing.com and you go, you can watch all the 4 training videos there if you want to, or you can go straight to the build training video. That's actually going to lay out all the details of the course, 30-day money-back guarantee, and the 6-month buyback promise. You can read all the fine print there. There's not a lot of fine print on the buyback promise. We want it to be very easy to follow, so we're not hiding anything from you. But we really do want to put all the pressure on us, take it all off you, and hopefully as many people as possible will join us in this journey. So we're going to end this call here. I'm losing my voice again, so I really can't keep going on and on forever, although Rich will disagree with me. But be sure to check out AmazingSellingMachine.com, and we hope to see as many of you there as possible. And once again, thanks so much, Dana. I will see you all soon.
Bye, guys.